You may think going on Shark Tank guarantees you wealth and success, but that is not always the case. Yes, some people are fortunate enough to really achieve success after striking a deal with the sharks, but only some. The sharks are a group of investors who invest in other people's or entrepreneurs' ideas if they think it's worth it. Entrepreneurs come on the show and give their best presentation of their product in order to convince the shark to invest. Making a deal with the sharks obviously doesn't guarantee success, so here are some of the Shark Tank deals that are worthless. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. In the second episode of the 5th season, Charles Michael Yim, the founder and CEO of Breathometer, explained the idea behind this product to the sharks. Apparently, Breathometer is a portable device that claims to measure someone's blood alcohol content by simply attaching it to their smartphone. Right off the bat, Yim asked for $250,000 for a 10% equity stake in the company. The idea had a nice ring to it, and all the sharks jumped on the deal, which left him with $1 million for 30% of the company. Even though Breathometer made over $30 million in sales over the next few years, the Federal Trade Commission eventually charged the company with fraud as it incorrectly represented the accuracy of the device. Ultimately, the app was not reliable and the company had to fully refund the customers. Needless to say, as far as Kevin O'Leary is concerned, this deal should have never happened, as he probably didn't get as much money out of it as he was hoping for. One of the deals from Season 8 that ran from September 2016 to May 2017 stands out as it was made on the show just like many others. But after the episode aired, it simply didn't go through. A married couple, Doug and Renata Storr, took a dive into the Shark Tank and pitched their idea of Night Runner 270, a model of running shoes with rechargeable LED lights that are able to light up everything within 270 degrees around the wearer. Apparently, Doug was training for his 5th marathon on a dark early morning when he stumbled and fell. After hobbling home, the injured husband told his wife that he needs headlights for his sneakers, and their idea was born. After hearing the pitch, Robert Herjavec recognized the potential of the idea and made the Storrs an offer he was ready to invest $250,000 in exchange for 15% of the company. Still, it wasn't meant to happen. Since after the episode aired, more than 300 companies reached out to the Storrs interested in buying their product. Realizing that they didn't need an investor anymore, the Storrs took the risk and their deal with the shark fell through. In Season 3 of Shark Tank, 15-year-old Maddie Bradshaw, along with her younger sister Margot and their mother Diane, pitched the idea of M3 Girl Designs to the sharks, asking for $300,000 in exchange for 15% of the company. They explained that M3 Girl Designs produces jewelry products that incorporate bottle caps, and that after 5 years in production, they were supplying around 1,000 stores in total, and had made about $6 million in sales since they started the company. But in order to take the business to the next step and start distributing their products globally, they needed help from the sharks. The Bradshaws eventually struck a deal with Mark Cuban, Lori Greiner, and Robert Herjavec, who invested $300,000 in exchange for 30% of M3 Girl Designs, and the business initially really took off after they appeared on the show. However, the company started having problems when they began filing lawsuits against various other companies who allegedly were infringing upon their trademark. Since the Bradshaws did not own a trademark or patent though, it turned out that all these claims were false, and during her trial against Blue Brownies, it all went even further downhill. After Maddie claimed that she had invented the bottle cap jewelry designs, she gave a testimony in the courtroom that was quite obviously staged. It was then declared that the Bradshaw had been lying throughout the trial, and the ruling ended up being in favor of Blue Brownies.
These things are good. These are good. So which one of you sharks are ready to make some sweet dough? With ours?
One of the biggest embarrassments of the show was probably the outcome of the idea that James McDonald and Cole Egger pitched in 2013. It was the height of the cakeball hype, so Mark Cuban decided to give them $250,000 in exchange for 25% of their cakeball company, Sweet Balls. However, the business partners did not have the best of relationships and got into a lawsuit shortly after the show premiered. McDonald ended up suing Egger for a breach of contract, though Egger got control of the company's domain name and changed it from sweetballs.net to cakeballs.com. Fast forward a few years, and you can now order the product on sweetballs.com owned by James McDonald. That's all we have for today's video, guys. We'll see you next time.